Welcome everyone to this masterclass. And today we are going to talk about how to access our emotion. I will start with a story. I had a session this morning with a woman that I know for a while, and she had to take a decision about if to sell her house and move to a different home or to stay and to pay the mortgage. She's going to have a divorce, so the mortgage will be on her. And it's like a big decision. You know, she's 65. And I heard, and she shared about that, why it's better to buy her ex and half and to stay in the house and to pay the full mortgage. And she had a really good explanation. But by the time she finished, I recognized that everything she said was from her mind. I never heard her saying what she want to do, not talking about her desires, her dreams, her feelings, why the house is important for her, or if the house is important for her emotionally. You know, many memories. She's there for 17 years. So it was interesting that everything was more rational, and the rational part is important in decision making. And we need to use it every day. But there is also the emotion. And many people complain or reflect and say, it's hard for me to access my feelings. I know what I think, but I really don't know what I feel. Or other people will say words like frustration, irritation, that are not really feeling, are more thoughts. So today I want to really, first of all, separate between the emotions and the real emotion we can experience as human beings and the emotions that are created by thoughts alone. And it's totally different because all of us, if we'll think about something now negative, okay, we'll decide to create a story in our mind, even about your boss at work, your company, your partner, life itself, politics, okay? And you will create a story that it's real, okay, facts, okay? But negative, the negative parts of life, you'll have feelings. You'll have many feelings, maybe sadness, maybe anger, right? But those emotions we create, basically, if we'll think about something else, we'll feel something else. So I for me, what I help people is first of all to separate those emotions that we create with the real emotions that we feel, that are more intuitive, are deeper, and basically we want to consider in decision making in our daily life. When we think negatively, we will be angry or sad, and this is something we try to clean. The Buddha talked about suffering that we create. And he said 80% of the suffering human being creates, and 20% is life itself. Things can happen. It's from outside. So I want you to think, to start thinking about, or you can journal or open a doc, you know, just to write some question to yourself to try to recognize the emotion that you create. For example, if I think about my husband, my dear husband, I can think about a few things he did this week or didn't do this week and be angry. It's so easy, right? Nobody is perfect. We have so much to do. But I don't want that. And this is the state of mind, the mindset that we want to change about life. Some people have pink lenses and they look everything, oh, everything is nice, you know, and put the mask of everything is beautiful. Is it true? And other people have negative mindset, negative lenses, but then a lot of things can happen physically and emotionally. So today I want to talk about emotions that are deep inside in our pain body, and I want you to access them. That can be like a compass to us. Many times, and again, I have a lot of conversation with people every day about decision making. And I'm saying, yesterday I found myself over the phone saying, so she's thinking about her job. She's very successful, but she feels she's not living her purpose. And she's confusing herself, right? And confusion is thoughts. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. You can be stuck in the confusion forever, right? But the body knows. The body go first. And the body tells a story. The body is connected to the feelings and the emotions. When you see young kids, I see I have a 9 years old and 13 years old. And the nine, it's so perfect to see. No confusion. The decision is so fast and mostly from the heart, not from the mind yet. What she wants to do, what she feels like doing, what things like that. Still, and she's so fast. The body knows forward or backward. I feel attraction. I feel, I want to go back. I want to be close to this person. I don't want. The feelings are all the time there, but the mind is making confusion out of fear. Maybe even in love, you're attracted to someone. Physically, you feel, oh, I'm excited. It's a sensation, and let's say it's strong, and you cannot really ignore that because some people ignore that as well. But the mind start to create a story of analyzing and scaring and comparing to previous partners. It will not happen because emotions are so small in the beginning when they're coming. It's like a flower, and if you are not watering it like with really nurturing water, it will die. Especially if you put all kind of things in the water that are poisonous, like guilt or criticism or all of those things. Some people are not connected to their emotion, while other people are very emotional and they can burst easily and lash out, and there is a lot of dramas, right? And this is also not so good. We want balance. Right? We'll talk today about how to reach the balance between the mind and the heart, still be connected to our emotion, but it doesn't mean that our emotion is to control us. We received so many beautiful tools, as human being, and we are lucky in a way. First of all, the rational part that can think and analyze and can be efficient if it's working well and can keep us safe. We need like the basic, safety in life and to understand the rules. And we got so many gifts of the heart. First of all, sensitivity and connection and touch, right? And creativity and music and art. It's all from the heart. And there is so much beauty there. If somebody is controlled by emotion, sometimes not only the beauty and the, you know, falling in love and feeling, the connection and the purpose, it's also there is the downside that it's a little bit of pain and anger, and we cannot control that. We want not to control our emotion, but to lead our part. And my work with the mindset is to find the leader. We have so many parts inside. Who is the leader? This is your home, right? Your inner home. And guests will come all the time. We're waking up in the morning and we start to be attacked by guests, right? Some are mental things I need to do. I need to do this and that. I didn't do that. What's going on? The schedule, phone, emails, texts. We're so connected. It's attack in a way. Then we also sometimes we have guests of emotions. What I feel today, I'm cold, I'm hot, and I have pain, physical, even basic. You wake up in the morning, "Oh, I'm not sure I'm feeling well or not." And then emotions, I'm sad, I'm lonely, I'm angry about something. It's a lot. It's a lot, and sometimes it feels overwhelming, like it's just too much, and it is too much because life is happening outside and there is a rhythm of life, and if we have too many guests inside, we don't have energy. We are tired already noon, and you're feeling tired and drained, and you just want to go to bed or to eat something or just to withdraw. So the question, there was one of the koans in Zen, and I love Zen, is who is the host of your mind? Who is the host of all those guests? When they say mind in the East, many times they mean emotions and thoughts, not only the mind that we are talking about, the ego. Who is the host of all those sensation, emotion, thoughts? And the answer is you, of course. But it's not only to know the answer, it's to attain the answer. For in this minute, in this moment, if you're not driving and if you're not busy, if you can sit for a second, and close your eyes for a second, just this moment, and listen to the sounds. I hear car passing. Okay, I'm in San Francisco in Union Street. My husband is in the other room working. I'm hearing him. Do you hear your mind as well? Thoughts are passing. Listen to your mind for a second. Is he active? Observe that. Is thinking about the future or the past? Things you need to do or things that happen? Okay, so those are some guests. Do you have physical guests? Do you have pain in your leg, something in your back? Do you have emotional guests? What do you feel now? What do you feel now is a question I want you to ask yourself 10 times a day. Okay, what do I feel now? I don't know if, as kids, your parents or your teacher ask you, how do you feel today? People say, how are you? How are you? I'm okay. And kids already, when they don't, they understand they're not really being asked. Or they have a parent that is too controlling and wants to know details. They develop this system of they're coming home and the parents is asked, how are your day? Fine, good. I'm okay. Okay. They have this automatic answer. I don't know if you had it as kids, right? So basically, it's like these not really emotions because they ask you, "How was your day? How are you?" Not how do you feel. How do you feel? It's a deeper question, and then you can decide not to answer. But if you do answer, the answer needs to be a little bit deeper than "How are you today?" You know, the weather is great. So how do I feel? So and many people that I work with in a session, when we start a session and I ask, how do you feel today? They're trained to close their eyes for a second. How do I feel today? I didn't ask myself that. I was rushing from the morning. Oh, interesting. So, first of all, I feel some ache here or lower back. Then, what do I feel here? And this is the place we feel emotions. Do you feel light or heavy? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel sadness coming, crawling up? Do you feel more anger, like, going forward, more like fire? Do you feel more despair in a way of just tired, wanting to withdraw? Or you don't know, and don't know it's a great answer because it's big like space. You don't know how do you feel right now. How can you help me feel? Oh, because we feel all the time. One time a student when asked the Zen master, he said, "I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything." So the Zen master took his stick and hit the head and said, "Do you feel that?" I love this story because we feel all the time, but we need to pause. The feeling, the rhythm of the heart is slower than the mind. So when the mind is, so what do you feel? What do you feel? We cannot really feel. What do you want? What do you want? I don't know. I don't know. No, I really don't know. In order to really connect to what you feel, to what you want, you need to take a moment. And it doesn't have to be long. You take a moment to tune in and to try to listen. Many people, when they meet us, they don't have a voice yet because the voice is small, because the mind took over really early. So let's go back to the history. I promise to talk about that. And I always talk about that a little bit, the history, how we lost touch with our feelings and what happened. So a baby, I want to believe, is free, right? And you see babies cries a lot, right? They cry a lot. They're supposed to cry. Basically, they try to talk, to say, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm cold, but they don't know how to do that. So they cry and they are talking to screaming. And if it's too much, if you think about a baby, and I recognize that with my kids, really small babies, they start slow. They don't just shout a little bit. Hey, they're saying to you, hey, I'm cold. Hey, I'm cold. Or my diaper is full. And then few seconds pass and nobody's noticing, and then the scream comes and they're crying, and we as parents supposed to see what this creature needs right now. Is it too hot or cold? Maybe have pain in his body, maybe he's need to eat, maybe he's tired. So we are trying to think, and usually we're thinking about the basic needs because we don't think, oh, baby now is in despair, the baby now is have memories or deep feelings or anger. We're thinking about the six basic needs, right? And those needs are the basic, like to be able to feel something today, emotional, you need to see that the six basic needs are covered. When you start to sit meditation, or when you close your eyes once a day or 10 times a day, and you want to tune to what you feel, first of all, you need to make sure and write it, six basic needs. Write if you can. If you're not too cold or too hot, right? Just to make sure you feel comfortable, that you're not hungry or thirsty. Some people forget to drink, forget to eat. I work with people, that are working so many hours a day. They forget to take care of their basic needs. If you don't need to go to the bathroom, holding is not healthy. If you don't have pain in your body, and those are the six, right? Cold, hot, pain in the body, thirsty, hungry, and bathroom. And then we can start whatever, when you want to start, but then we can talk. So a baby, we're checking those basic needs. Let's say we figure it out. I remember me and my husband sometimes, what he needs, maybe that, trying to understand. And then the baby is calm if he's safe and everything is all right. But there was a moment in your life that you didn't feel safe emotionally. And then the disconnect started and the problem started. This is a moment, with the mindset, because I did a lot of therapy since I was four. I was 4 years old. My parents divorced. They sent me to a great therapist. And it helped me a little bit to share and to have a family friend that was also a psychotherapist, to help me and guide me, or listen to me and see me and hear me. But it didn't help me. I mean, it didn't help me in a way that I needed emotionally, or to make life decision, to be less stressed or anxious. It was a momentarily help, a great help I'm thankful about. But I discover that, when created the mindset journey, I didn't want to go a lot to the past. I don't believe that in the past there is a lot of happiness. If you think about something sad that happened in the past, you'll be sad, right? If you think about something happy that happened in this past, you'll be sad as well a little bit, because you'll miss this person that maybe died, or you're separated and will never come again. So there is not a lot of happiness in the past, but I do go for one thing. It's important for me to understand about each of you. When did it start? The mind was born. When did you start to overthink, to be worried, to be less in touch with your feelings, or even to have strong feelings like lashing out or anger? When did it start? And usually it's the time that you didn't feel safe. Okay, it can be something happened at school, at home. It can be somebody attacked you. It can be something even smaller, that coming back home and the door is locked, or you move a country, it's big, you need to find yourself in a new class, a new neighborhood, a new country. It can be parents arguing a lot, sibling that is a little bit harsh, or comparing, or jealous. So we don't need a lot. Babies are very soft, but this is important for me, and we have a way to discover that. And the way is, first of all, if you want to know the journey of your soul, and I think it's important to know, is to start a journal. And to start a journal, few memories that you remember from the childhood. We don't remember everything, thank God, right? But to start to journal a little bit. When you start to journal a little bit about few memories that you have, you send a message to your system, I want to know more. And then it will come for sure. In dreams, it will come suddenly, in meditation. And you start to write. And for me, it's not that I want to know everything about your past, it's really not relevant to talk about it, in my opinion. It's more to talk when it's the first time you felt fear or sadness. This is it. So you can write to yourself. I'll give you a lot of homework. When is the first time you felt fear or sadness? Okay. And then it happened. What happened is that the mind took over. You went into survival mode. You understood that life is not safe, or you need to take care of yourself, or you're alone. Depends what happened. And your mind saved you. And I'm personally thankful for my mind. I'm not angry at my mind anymore. So many people are angry at the mind because of the mind they cannot feel, they cannot find their purpose. The mind can be a critic, a policeman, or a jailer, and they're hard with themselves. But when you do the work, so you understand that the mind had to be there in order to survive. You're too young, and he saved you. But after many years, when the mind is the one that is in front and is driving in the car of your life, the year will pass and you'll feel less in touch with your emotions, or your real emotions. Not the emotion that we create, that this is something that I really, important for me to give clear mirror to people. Hey guys, you create those emotions. It's not connected to any emotions that you is your compass. You are telling yourself a negative, a bad story, and then you are angry. Let's clean that. This is your responsibility, not to add more anger to the world. But other than that, we have real emotions that are stored in our pain body. The first time I heard pain body, the word, I was in SLM. I was 25 years old, and I saw a video of Edgar Tolle, and he said, I remember the moment. I remember where I was sitting. Esalen is a beautiful place in California. I lived there. I was working and studying there, Gestalt. And he said pain body, and it clicked. I said, wow, pain body, it's brilliant. Of course, because it's confusing. I feel this, I feel that, but it's not physical. And then I explored that on myself in meditation, but also through books. And I understood the pain body is everything that we experience and within processes in our body. The body remembers. And then it makes sense. All the feelings that you feel sometimes, like aching in the chest or heaviness in the shoulders or belly or things that you're saying, it's not physical only, right? This is the pain body. And I started to explore and to go in this path and to discover techniques, brilliant techniques that you press the body and memories are coming, or you do catharsis, holotropic breath work, and we'll talk about it soon, and memories are coming, or feelings. And I did a lot of courses and I started to work with the body. They call it somatic work, that it's not through the words, because so many years I was through words, right? With talk therapy, with books, with podcasts, with reading. I was a thinker. I learned finance at school. I was more mind, more thinker, and the mind was choosing all my decisions. So so basically, the pain body was then it was a shift in my life, and I started to explore the emotions. So if you want to be in touch with your emotion, there are so many tools and things you can do. It's already almost 12:30. So I can talk about forever. I need to understand. I work with people for 26 years. And the emotion and the balance between the mind and heart and all of that, this is what I master. This is the only thing I do. So I can talk about it, and I do talk about it a lot in the YouTube channel. You can find a lot of lectures and podcasts. Here I'm going to share my 15 minutes that you can book with me if you are interested to know how to continue the work. I do trainings every year that I train 24 people to do my work, and it's not only people that wants to work with people, it's also individual that really want to go into the deepest process of 4 or 5 months of self-inquiry, and also getting to know the emotions and community, and it's my strongest journey. And I have a center in San Francisco that people that I train work one-on-ones every day. So I would love to see you and to talk. It's really, really personal journey and really individual. There is no one answer for all. Because when I speak to someone, I first of all want to understand what is the source of the problem and what we want to solve first. It's like a little bit like a doctor. Like I'm scanning and seeing and asking many, many questions to see. Do we need to work with the mind, the heart, or the body first? Many people think they need that, but they need something else. So I'm asking question, are you hard with yourself? Do you criticize yourself? Do you blame yourself? What is going on in your mind? Do you have what kind of lenses do you have? Negative about life, positive? Then about the emotion, do you know what you feel? Do you have, a lot of anger or sadness? Do you more like feeling numb and not connected to your emotion? How about your body? And then we decide what will be the door in. Many times you want to feel, but the mind will not let you, and just to push and do somatic tools will not help. We need the approval of the mind, because I need you to remember that the mind came for a reason. And if your mind, the protector, is driving in the car of your life and is holding the wheel like that, it will not just leave the wheel in one day. Okay, you will want to be sure that it's safe, and it's not easy to feel safe in this world, and then it will let you feel. So not always the tool is let's go into the holotropic breath work. The tools that can help you to connect is, first of all, what I said is ask yourself as many times as a day that you can. How do I feel now? And try not to be frustrated from the answer. You're not trained maybe to answer that, or maybe you are. But sometimes we are not trained. So you start with the six basic needs that are easy, this you can answer. And then after that you're not cold or hot and everything that I said, you're what do I feel in my chest, in my belly? What do I need now? And what I need now, it is important because the mind always want to be successful to work. Listen, there are so many things to do. And sometimes we don't do because there are so many things to do. We don't do. It's not that everybody are doing. We are spending time in screens and we are wasting in time to in front of the refrigerator. So, but the mind is like pushing and pushing to continue and to survive and to grow. So this is why to pause all that and to stop. It's important. And pause can be any length of meditation. Meditation it means to come back home. So you can do it for 1 second, asking, what do I feel? What do I need? You can do it for 15 minutes if you can. And there is a good meditation that I have in my YouTube channel, the labeling meditation. You can do it for 15. I have 1 minute meditation recorded. You can do that. 30 minutes will be the best. But you sit with yourself. Sitting with yourself, it's not easy. It's sitting with all your guests that are coming. Remember in the beginning, I said, this is the home and guests are coming all the time. So it's not that pleasant to sit with your guests, but it's the higher form of meditation. If you want to know what you feel and to be in touch with your emotion, don't sit meditation that you do something, that you recite a mantra like transcendental, or you count breath, or you listen to somebody else guiding you. It's beautiful. If you have this kind of meditation, continue to do it. I don't want to take anything from you. But if the mind is following a structure like Vipassana or other techniques, you are busy. And the benefit will be peace of mind eventually. But it will not connect you to to the emotion. It's not connected to the emotions. If you want to be connected to your emotion, you need to stop everything. Don't do anything. And just sit. And of course the thought will come and go. But you don't do actively something in meditation. And this is important. Sitting with yourself in the beginning, I remember it was really a big struggle because you sit usually with thoughts you don't like and with feelings that or are created by thoughts or feelings from the past that not always positive. But if you cannot hold yourself, who will hold you? If you're not willing to see yourself, who will see you? So I really recommend, and it's so hard to sit alone. I mean, I didn't sit alone. I was in a center for 5 years, sitting twice a day with a group, and we had all kind of meditation retreats. I mean, I didn't establish my meditation practice alone. If somebody tells me I was sitting 2 days this week alone, I bow because I think it's wonderful. It's amazing. But there are meditation centers. We have meditation here every day in San Francisco. There are Zen centers also in San Francisco and other places. And there are all kind of groups that are meeting and meditating. And it's very important to establish a meditation practice. By the way, I'm going to open an online course soon that will have everyday meditations and other work. So this is the minimum is to sit with yourself. And then if you are more curious and more courageous, there are groups everywhere you are. I know that many people are listening to the recording are not in Bay Area, not in San Francisco, but everywhere in New York and everywhere that you are, there are groups that called holotropic breath work, rebirthing, catharsis. It's the family of catharsis. It's different kind of meditation. I do it here twice a week, twice a month, not twice a week, in the pad that also is my studio. And you are using the breath not as a meditative tool. You're using your breath as a tunnel to your heart, and this is really magical. And if the mind gave you approval to do it, you breathe and things will release. Some people shake, and it's not cold. They're shaking the fear out. Some people have memories they didn't remember that happened. Other people suddenly cry. Other people suddenly laugh. You're connecting to what is alive in your body, in your heart. And this is beautiful. So I want to encourage you not to not to just read books or come to master classes or go to talk therapy. I want to encourage you to expand your yourself, the work, the inner work, and to look for things that are different. And last thing I will say, is that I believe that we need to go to things and groups and methods that are not comfortable for us. If something is comfortable, you already attain that. It's supposed to be not comfortable. It's supposed to be challenging because this is the way we grow. Okay, guys, it's already 12:30. I'm going to stay 15 minutes more. I want to hear you. I want to somebody here. If you can share, you can ask, you can bring your something more private. We can go deeper together, and it will not be only theoretical.
Hi,
Hey,
Priya.
hi, Maria. I missed you. Good to see you.
Missed you too. Good to see you. Whew. Wow. Thank you so much. That meant a lot to me. Yeah. So I got fired from Esalen a couple of years ago, from the dish pit, and it was a great trauma for me. It was my dream to go there, and everything crashed and burned, and I ended up in psychiatric institutes and whatever. And I've really found my way back. It's been like quite a journey. And I'm bringing it to the Fringe Festival this summer as a solo show.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Proud
I'm
of you.
really-
I'm proud of you. You know, it's like everything that we went through in life, I always say there is a purpose.
yes, exactly. Amen. But I just what I'm sitting with now is family estrangement and mother hunger. And that's been really tough. And also I'm 41 and I'd love to find a nice Jewish man. And it's just been like crazy making, so I'm trying to like attract love into my life, and I'm trying to heal this like big wound from my family and being the scapegoated child. And I'm just like, what's next, with my healing in that sense.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. First of all, we didn't meet for a many years. You can book 15 minutes again to catch up.
I already did, yeah.
Good. Second, this is the thing, I met, and I don't want to talk about you before we go deeper. We don't really know each other, and I don't want, so I will talk generally, okay? I mean, it's sensitive, so yeah. But I met a woman after one of the breathwork session here, and she told me she was crying, and she told me I work in therapy about my mom. Um, she's very judgmental, but thankfully now I took a dog and she didn't criticize me and she accepted me and felt so good. And she talked about her mom as if she's still looking for approval. She wants a connection. Now, standing in front of me is 52 years old woman. And I'm thinking, and I don't know her, right? She came to my workshop and she did great work. Um, and she cried about her mom and released. And she said, well, I didn't cry like that. Usually it was great. And I'm saying I don't want you to need a confirmation, like approval from your mom. I don't want you to stand here, 52 years old, and still a little child, like a little child. And it was very sensitive. But I hope she didn't get offended. You're like a little child longing for her mom because your mom will not come. Sometimes she will be there and will give you, oh, good job, but sometimes she will criticize you because she didn't do the work, and what she can do. So every time your mood will be according to what your mom is saying, this is what you want. When I will come to you when you will really be really old in the last day of your life, and I will ask you, like, how was your life? This will be the answer. So the mindset work and my work with myself, by the way, was more to find the inner mother. So it's all kind of levels of motherhood. One is the inner mother, inner leader, in the center, the higher self, whatever you want to call it. The parent, inside that can lead the little kid and tell her, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, I'm here with you, you can do it. Things you never heard from your mom. And this is so powerful when you start to talk to her like that. You don't need anybody else. It's great to have people, it's great to have partner, but you don't need um, any confirmation from others. And this is so important. And you don't care what people think. You know, and the big mom, of course, mother is the mother earth, is a relationship with the universe. And many times when we experience trauma, we lose trust in the universe, in mother earth, because we felt abandoned. We didn't feel protected. But if you think about it, especially you, Bria, um, look at the beautiful journey that you went through. And when you're down, and you had probably a very hard moment, a lonely moment, you didn't feel there is, Mother Earth or nature or universe or existence, or maybe you did. But now when you look at it, look, it brought you into this show that you are going to give, your personal story. And then you understand everything that I went through. It's in order to pass it forward. You know, this is my realization about my life. All my traumas brought me to be a teacher, and I can really understand you. Without my trauma, I couldn't understand you really. It was more theoretical. You agree? So this is the two levels of motherhood I want you to find. And then you see a mother a little bit like a child. You know, I love my mom. She's great, but she's really childish. I mean, she's visiting me now from Israel. So I will say she really like a sweet, sweet child. So no expectations, no disappointment, you know, and it's okay. You know, she can take care of sometimes of me, you know, ordering me a facial, but she can, but I'm responsible of my needs. And I don't think she can give me that. You know, I know she can't, but it's not, so I'm not angry anymore, you know. But this is the truth, this is reality. So I really understand where you are also in personal level.
Thank you. You know, she's got the Holocaust on her side, and a lot happened.
A lot of trauma happens and she's
Yeah.
doing the best she can. But
Yeah.
to for her, it's not fair to do to yourself. You
Last night, my friend ran into her at an event and sent me a picture of the two of them. And my friend knows, of course, all of my stuff with this. And it was just so bizarre, you know, that they ran into each other at this event. I was like, I don't even know what to think about this. Like, I'm just gonna leave it, you know.
Yes, don't go into it. There is pain, you know, there is something we're always longing for that, you know. You know, so many people are when they visit their parents before that, oh, I'm excited, I'm going to visit my parents. And there is always a naive child inside. Maybe it will be different, maybe it will be different, but many times it's not. And other times we are doing the work and suddenly we see them as people. And when we see them as people, and if you have compassion about pain in the world and people, so you have compassion. But we need to first heal yourself. And the only one who can do it is you, right? And with the help of the universe. So this is my advice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can't wait to talk to you.
Too.
We have more time to one more person. Take a minute to see if it's you. And when I ask even that, what do you feel now in your body? Right? Like it's generally, if you go in, your heart wants attention. We want attention. We want love. We want community. We want support. Why not? You came here. You made time, right? So there is part of you that wants, all of you. But there is part that feels what? Resistant, fear, saying things like, I don't have something important to talk about, or what people will think. So now you're feeling, if you're taking it seriously, like not, you know, driving or busy or cooking, or, but if you're really, you know, present here with the web, with this masterclass, yes, I convinced Chris. Okay.
Yeah, no, overall, like, no, well, thank you again for today's session. For me, it was just, for the most part, I recently was just laid off of work. So it's just been like little bit of a rough month. A rough month. My dog of 14 years died. It was just like a lot of stuff going on. And so, like when I saw this session, it was just like, oh, you know what? Like it's been a while since we've connected. And it's just like, oh, maybe this to help me, maybe process some of this so it doesn't, like, to your point, live in my body or
Let's
stay in my
talk
body
about
forever.
your
Like
work.
get it
Your
out
work.
somehow. Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing, work. You know, and I don't know a lot about your work. Did you love your work? Did you had to
You
work?
know, yeah, that was the thing. Overall, for the most part, it's just you know, I actually liked what I did, and like a fear I have is just like, oh, now I'm gonna have to like get a job doing something I don't like, or just go through that whole process again. When you're 42 years old, it's just like it was things were going great. It was not performance based, so that's what kind of was more blindsiding than anything. And then on top of that, just feeling like that angst of like, oh, now I have to go look for another job that like where I may or may not like the culture, I may not like the role, and so it's just been weighing on me.
Yes. So you didn't want to leave the job. Like,
No, no, not at all. No. Yeah.
so this is the negative thoughts, right? Let's say a child, you have kids,
Yeah.
and one day your kid will not get into a school, or when will be not get into a job, or you will not, you will not tell him it will be very hard to find another school. I always my kid is applying to high school, and I'm saying there is one high school waiting for you, right? And it will be great. So you will not tell him, oh my gosh, now I don't know if you'll find something. So the negative thought can really drain you, and
Yes.
we need to understand why. So it's very natural. Okay, it's very natural for the mind to start to think negatively. Basically it thinks about the challenges. It's like a lawyer. Okay, let's see your age, what's going on, in your industry. He's starting to go over everything, and you have a result, and the result not always good, right? So it's regular way of thinking. But what is hiding beneath that? Why the mind is doing that and telling you it will not be easy, maybe you'll not find the job you want? Why
You
we
know,
tell kids? Think about it for a second. Maybe it will
yeah.
not be perfect. Maybe it will not be good as you think. What we are trying to prevent?
I don't know, feeling sadness, hurt, or just
Yes,
like disappointment. Yeah.
yes, yes. This is the thing. The mind is afraid, so he's already giving you all the black scenarios, just so that you will know, not be disappointed. Because if you'll be excited about that, and then what? Maybe it will not
Yeah. Then
happen.
I'll,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is the regular the mind usually is working like that. Is afraid, and out of fear is creating suffering. And the problem is that the negative thoughts are not giving you energy to look for something with excitement. So there are two things. What is the feeling you felt when you had to leave your coworkers, or your the place that probably you worked there for a while, right?
Oh yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
So
So it's a
not
long
too,
time. What is the feeling?
I was like, damn, I have to find another job because we have to
No,
live.
this is the thought. The mind went into planning. What is the feeling?
I was just sad. I was just disappointed. Yeah.
Yes. So the sadness is the real feeling here. And you're allowed to be sad because it is the end of something. It's mourning. We are mourning not only people, we are mourning many things in our lives. Now we are mourning your dog, and I'm sorry for that. And
Yeah.
you are mourning your job, right?
Yeah.
The sadness is there anyway, a little bit taking energy. So you're not full capacity. So the sadness, give it space, don't hold it, and then feel the sadness. And we need to talk and book 15 minutes. I want to talk to you and to
Okay.
see which practice to choose for the mind, not to bring the extra negativity that drain you more. Sadness is enough. We don't need
Yeah.
also negativity. No, thank you, right?
Yeah.
I don't, you know, when I came, so many people always tell me it's so hard to get a visa, it's so hard to find a place, it's so hard to find a home. We always, I don't have this mind, so for me it's not hard. you know San Francisco, you never, we came 8 years ago. It was before COVID. You'll never find a place, you'll never The- so it's I have when you have a different state of mind, you are different than others. But
Yeah.
when you have the same state of mind, usually okay, but you will not find the best job that you can. So I want to help you a little bit with the fear, with the mind, and let you drop into the sadness that, about the dog. For sure, you need to cry a lot.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And also about the job, because there are
Yeah.
people, the things that you will miss and will never come again. And it's okay to cry because it's love. And yeah. And I'm personally, because I know you, know that there is a place waiting for you and to
Yeah.
receive your gifts, because you have so many gifts to give.
Thank you.
Good. I can't wait to catch up with you. So
No,
before,
Def. Yeah. I'll book some 15 minutes. Yeah.
okay, guys, thank you so much for coming today. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.